Hello, I'm the Zombie J, and I was going to have a list video for y'all today. Here it is. It's upside down for whatever reason, because yeah. Oh, that's not even the right list. Oops. It's okay. The list was kind of crap anyway. It's a stupid fucking list, so I can wait. We got some rain going on, we got some thunder and lightning going on, so if you hear thunder and lightning going on, like that, don't worry about it. So I want to talk about the Rahkshi. Yes, the Rahkshi. They were so fucking cool. They came out in 2003, the second half of 2003, and were so extremely powerful. They were part of Makuta's essence, and they kicked ass. And then they were defeated in Mask of Light. Oh my god, when the Rahkshi came out, oh my god, everyone probably, had just had a lot of fun. I think Lego had a lot of fun with the marketing campaign with the Rahkshi. After the Borakal arc being not as good as it was, I still like the Borakal. Fuck you. The redemptive arc occurred, and we got the Rahkshi. The Rahkshi being Makuta's part of Makuta's plan. He yanked out some Krata out of him, and put him in the Rahkshi, and the Rahkshi were unique cretins. There were 6 of them in 2003, but those weren't the only Rahkshi in the story, at least. There was other Rahkshi that existed in the story. Apparently, there were many breeds of the Krata slugs. I had a Shadow Krata at one point. In fact, I still have it. It was pretty fucking cool to have a purple Krata. I also had a black and gold, the old gold, Krata. I think I still have it too. The Krata slugs would come in their own cylindrical tube of some sort, which I had one. Which, I think we ended up getting rid of that tube because something went wrong with it. I don't know what happened. Point is, I regret losing it. But the Rahkshi, each having some sort of metallic version of a color, like with Turak, it's red. You have Turak, the Rahkshi of fear. Panrak, the Rahkshi of fragmentation. Vorak, the Rahkshi of hunger. Gurak, the Rahkshi of disintegration, which is my number one favorite. Obviously, Lirak, the Rahkshi of poison, is my second favorite. Poison! Your poison running through my veins. Your poison! I don't wanna break these chains. Sorry, I had to do that because, Poison by Alice Cooper. It's a great song, I guess, but at the same time, he was only doing it just to try to stay relevant. At the time, at least. Then there's Kurak, the Rahkshi of anger. Ooh, he's an angry boy. Yeah, he's gonna punch you. Well, no, he's gonna infect you with his power of anger and probably, I don't know, shove his foot up your ass while he does that. The Rahkshi, speaking of the feet, overall the design of the Rahkshi is fucking awesome. They were ultra posable. Well, not ultra posable, but they had a lot of posability that was kind of lacking from, the Toa Nuva and also the Borakal. But the Borakal had their own posability, even though, yeah. You can move the heads, you can move the wrists, the hands, the shoulder articulation. You turn the knob on the back and it moves the gear function so they can whip you with their Rahkshi staff, as it's called. For each Rahkshi, they each have like the 10 long shaft piece, you know, the axle piece, and they each had their own unique tool, which, you know, Gurak obviously having the one that looks more like a trident sort of type of thing. I don't know. Lirak obviously looks like he's got like kind of syringe like. Turax definitely looks like, I'm looking at them right now, they're on my shelf. I have all 6 of them thanks to a couple of years ago, I don't know. But, or was it last year? I don't remember. But Turax definitely looks like some sort of flame of some sort, which looked awesome. Panrax, it's actually that one looks more trident-y, but it's like 3 points of, I don't know, something you shove into the ground and something would explode and boom, and that's always, speaking of boom. Vorax just looks kind of weird. It's definitely the more complicated of the Rahkshi staves to describe in terms of the look of the head of the thing, both ends. Kurax actually has more intricate details as well, but you can definitely tell that, you know, when you look at Kurak especially, that his unique spine definitely took influence from his weapon, or vice versa, or whatever. I think the same thing with Panrak as well, to some extent. The Rahkshi, you can open up their back hatch thing and put the krata in, close it in, and yeah, they had ultra pulsability. You can bend their legs. It was a 2-part leg system, which was pretty fucking cool. It was new at the time, and yay. Their feet were iconic for the time, I think. The Rahkshi heads, while being as smooth and, well, the colors of the Rahkshi's heads, feet, and shells were basically, they were more metallic than the normal plastic red, because they were made out of polypropylene, I think, such as their tools and their spines. Polypropylene is a good material, I think, to make weapons out of, like, I don't know, or even the Rahkshi heads. You can make those out of polypropylene, or you could probably make it out of ABS plastic, and it would still be pretty fucking cool. But yeah, the Rahkshi kicked ass. They had a problem though, and this was a big one. The flight mode. Yeah, the flight mode was kind of weird. It was... I'm not honestly bugged at all by the flight mode, but some people are, which, you know, they're wrong, let's be honest. You know, you split their weapon into 2, hold that to the side, to their sides. You fold their legs in, fold their feet, put them together, and you hold them, and they go. It at least operated in a believable way, and it looked cool, kind of. But the thing is, if you want to talk about a shitty flight mode, look at Nidhiki and Kreka from the movie Legends of Metronui. What the fuck were they? They had to be on some kind of drugs to be on that kind of flight mode. What the fuck? I'll talk about Legends of Metronui another time, but yeah. As far as, you know, posability, or not posability, but, you know, what was it? The flight mode, you know, Kreka looked like he was sitting on a chair trying not to take a shit. And Nidhiki looked he was, like, leaning back as he was having a flying pelvic thrust while choking on a hot dog or something like that. I don't fucking know. But yeah, the Rahkshi flight mode definitely, it's not for everyone, obviously, but hey, I liked it. I thought it was cool to hold the Rahkshi by their torso and make it. I have fond memories of getting the Rahkshi from the store, building them, having fun, you know, just just playing with them, twisting the knob and having their arm go like that. It's so much fun. I enjoyed it, and you probably did too. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about the Rahkshi. In the meantime, well, we still got to talk about the Rahkshi. So the Rahkshi were great, but what happened to all these other breeds? What happened to all these other types of Rahkshi? There was a Heat Vision Rahkshi in Heat Orange, okay, but there was a reference photo that was in one of the comics apparently, but we didn't get a set of that until 2010 with the Bionicle Stars, and it sucks. Well, okay, I'll talk about the Bionicle Stars in a separate video, probably the next video, we'll see. But as far as the Heat Vision Rahkshi goes, I honestly wish we had gotten a 2003 Rahkshi build of the Heat Rahkshi instead of what we got. I mean, seriously, the design of the Stars Rahkshi is bullshit. It was just called Rahkshi. It was marketed as Rahkshi, even though we knew it was the Heat Vision Rahkshi. The head connected to the spine thing was made out of rubber, and it was like, why? Yeah, I know there were several variants of the, colors and whatever, of the Rahkshi head. This didn't count. This, I'm looking at you, Heat Vision Rahkshi, you don't count. Cunt. And what's also stupid about the Heat Vision Rahkshi is not because it uses Avmatoran limbs and whatnot. That's cool to have those. And also the Shadow Matoran feet to have in Heat Orange, which is nice. That's cool. The fists, again, yeah. The shaft in 12 long, that's not the original Rahkshi shaft staff piece. The problem with the staff was it reused the Gurak staff. Talk about lazy. Ugh. I mean, seriously, I bet I could design a better staff head for the Heat Vision Rahkshi than, reusing a Rahkshi staff we already got. And we've gotten it multiple times before then. What the fuck, Lego? Ugh. So, yeah, the Heat Vision Rahkshi, the only good thing about it is that, yes, we got the socket piece in the trans color. Orangish red, I think it was. Which, kind of mimicked the original one for the original Rahkshi. But other than that, it came with two of this one Technic piece of some sort. And that's cool to have two of them. Yeah, sure. But overall, the Rahkshi, the Heat Vision Rahkshi from 2010 is just absolutely... It was a waste of, however much it cost back in early 2010. I think it was $8, $9, 10, whatever. I don't fucking care. The Rahkshi back when they were released were I guess they were $10 a pop. I actually have a couple of Rahkshi containers. When I got Lirak, he came with a container. And Turak also came with a container. I don't think they came with the instructions, though. I don't remember. But it was just nice to have the containers. Those were cool. The canisters, I mean. Sorry. And the lids of the canisters were the same metallic colors as the Rahkshi's heads and feet and, shells. The Rahkshi were definitely awesome characters. While they were, doing Makuta's bidding, trying to get the Mask of Light, trying to get the Herald of the Seventh Toa. Obviously in the end they failed, and they ended up, the Toa Nuva and Taka Nuva ended up using their carcasses for parts to build the Usanui. It was like, what the fuck is this? Oh, that's kind of morbid, don't you think? I bet Taka Nuva wasn't proud of himself for doing that, but hey, whatever. At the same time, they used Jala's mask, which, okay, that's kind of something. And at the end of the day, the vehicle ended up getting crash landed into, a gate of some sort, I think. somewhere in Makuta's lair, and all that hard work went to waste. I don't know. It was kind of a waste of a vehicle, at least in terms of the movie. But hey, I liked the design of the actual toy, the actual vehicle. I'll have to get a new copy of that at some point, along with Takanuva himself, so I can have him right there with the other 6 Toanuva. But yeah, the Rahkshi were definitely kick-ass. They were awesome. They were... They probably deserve Toy of the Year in 2003. The second half of 2003, at least. The first half of 2003, out of bounds. There's no way any of the Borakal or the Matoran would have gotten a award. They were still cool to have, though, at least in the collection. But hey, and then we got Bionicle Mask of Light, which was an awesome movie. A little bit corny here and there, but still pretty cool. I liked it. Awesome. Nostalgia. Bionicle the game. I play the PS2 version a lot. I like it. Fuck you if you disagree. The GBA version, it blows, except for the music. The music is fucking awesome. I actually like the other versions of the Bionicle the game. The Bob and Barn music, much better actually for some reason. It just appeals to me for whatever reason. So shut up. And also, there was books, comics, posters. Remember the 2003 Unleashed tour, what with Swift and Danny doing Bionicle Brain, and I still hate that song. There was the techno remix, which is way better. There was other things that were released in 2003 that were Bionicle related. Again, posters that you could stick on your fucking wall and enjoy having. So 2003 was great, for the most part. I mean, the first half was not that great, but the second half was more redemptive, I'd say. So, there you go. But yeah, the Rahkshi were definitely kick-ass, but it was nice that we got the 6 that we got, but what happened to all these other versions? Well, the essence of the Rahkshi could at least be felt in the Rahaga from 2005. These little tiny Turaga-sized characters, which were originally Toahaga, and mutated, shrunken down into Rahaga. And these had solid colors, Metro colors, obviously, but still solid colors of the Rahkshi head. And the only other Rahkshi head, well, the Rahkshi head we got in a different color was silver with Rudaka, which, they were being used as boobs for Rudaka, which, okay, okay. And I think after that, in 2006, there were no Rahkshi heads being used. In 2007, there were 2, even though they were reused from the Rahaga. That was the last we've seen of the Rahkshi heads, was in 2007 for the Thulox and Morak, the Hydruka, which are more undersea Rahi, which are pretty cool. I forgot about those. But yeah, after that, there were still Rahkshi parts being used, like the arms and the feet and the lower legs, and yeah, reuse of parts is great. Even the freaking tools, those were being used still, and yeah. I feel like the Vaki, which came out in 2004, 20 years ago, obviously, they definitely took what the Rahkshi did and made it somewhat different in a way. I mean, they used the same exact lower torso gray piece, part of the gearbox, I guess you can just call it. I honestly love the Rahkshi more than I love the Vaki, but I still like the Vaki. They're fucking cool. The Rahkshi, though, are way cooler, I think. They have powers. They have a bit more character, actually, than the Vaki did. The Vaki were just, law enforcing robots. They were, created by Neparo, I think. And, I mean, they had different powers too, what with their staves, which I guess you could call staves, I'll just call them tools. Yeah, the Vaki were cool, I liked them, but, I mean, the animations, the Templar animations definitely, I already talked about the Vaki in defense of the Vaki video, so go check that out if you haven't already. But yeah, the Rahkshi were definitely an assload of fun. I enjoyed the Rahkshi. I have all 6 of them again. I mean, I rebuilt Gurak, so he's right there just chilling with his buddies. Kurak I need to replace because, you know, broken parts and whatnot. I have a spare pan rack, though, I'm going to do something with. Probably build a character around, I don't know. And there's even Rahkshi parts that were used in Makuta from 2003, which makes sense because they are the sons of Makuta. Yeah, he used their legs as arms, as well as, you know, the shell pieces as like a torso, and the legs, and yeah, it was kind of weird. And of course, you know, I think the Jalangukko set used at least the Rahkshi back area, and then the Puku set also used the Rahkshi, well, at least the shell, and you know, and of course, you know, the big tubs of parts that you can get. I had one of those tubs of parts, and I had an abundance of parts that I was able to use. Oh boy, yeah, some of those ended up being gone. Well, that's all I can say is that they were gone. I still have a fuck ton of them, though, I think. But yeah, the Rahkshi definitely were great. They were awesome. They were kick-ass. They were fun. I like them more than the Vaki, probably because I have serious nostalgia for the first 3 years of Bionicle. That's the golden age. Then the prequel years, well, okay, this is a debate for another day. So, for another video, another day, and yeah, there's that. So, what are your fondest memories of the Rahkshi? Post in the comment section below, and let's talk about the Rahkshi. Let's have a civil debate about the Rahkshi. And are they better than the Vaki, in your opinion? Are they better than the Vaki? Are they worse than the Vaki? What do you think? Post in the comment section below. And, you know, stay tuned for, I guess I'll be posting another video tonight, talking about the Bionicle Stars, because I have all 6 of them right there. So, I know I just trash-talked one of them. It's because it absolutely sucks. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos. I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks. Have a good fucking day, and peace.